Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'm Suzanne Roth-Paul. I'm a certified Primal health coach, and I'm a wellness advocate for you because I want you knowing as much as possible about clean and safe foods and products. And it's the reason why I'm the author and wrote my Poisons in the Pantry ebooks. I have an ebook and I have a free guide. And the reason I wrote those is because I wanted you to be knowledgeable about ingredient reading because our bodies are only as healthy as what we put in them and on them. So it's very important that you remember that you are what you eat. And so my ebook talks about all the ingredients in our foods that we need to make sure and the poisons we need to get them out because I'm a firm believer and I've noticed it on all my clients when they take these things out, these foods and these toxins, and they clean up even their household products and their cleaning products and their toiletries, that their bodies have a better chance of performing better. Because if we don't, and it's all about cell health, and we're going to be talking about that a little deeper here about our product today, which is all about Lifewave. And so if you're new to me and you are seeing this, even the recording, and you've stumbled on it, we're going to be talking about an incredible product from a wearable technology company called Lifewave. And we'll be focusing on the X39 today because we have a special guest who's going to be here. And she started with the X39 and has a really interesting story behind how she started and why she started. And then obviously a testimonial. We'll have a before and after picture of just in the short time that she's been using the X39. So we're not going to be doing a deep dive on the product review today. You can find me on my YouTube channel if that's where you are right now. There is, and you're watching the recording, there is a lot of videos on the X39 that dive deep on the science, that dive deep on the founder, how the company started 20 years ago. And so it's very exciting for me to be with Lifewave at 4 years now. But I still feel like a young pup considering how old the company is. But we are just starting to really, Dave is just now getting ready to launch even more exciting things in the new year. So I can't wait to be bringing you more information here, right here on my lives and in my YouTube videos. And I want you to remember that this technology company is safe and harmless, and it's very effective. And that's what I'm all about. I don't want you putting anything on your body or in your body that's toxic. So today on our discussion on the X39, I have a special guest. Her name is Carole Limon, and I got the pleasure of meeting her at our conference in Dallas. And it was great to hug her and talk to her. And then, of course, I invited her to come on and tell her story on her fast track to the manager position, so that she has decided to become a brand partner and use this product to create wellness in her community and in her world as a business. And so it's really exciting for a lot of folks to join me, which I've been doing this for a while now. I have a community of folks that I work with as a health coach, and this product has really changed their lives, including my own. And lots of testimonials and stories that I tell more in other videos. But today's product review, we're going to just be, well, we're not doing a product review, but I'm going to be just touching a little bit here on the patch and that we're going to be talking about. I want to show you that if you're new, that this is the X39 that we're going to be talking about. It's a little disc that looks like this. Hope you can see that all right, with an adhesive back. And you just pick it up. Oh, I noticed it was losing some fuzziness there. You just stick it and roll is what we like to say. And the locations are based on acupuncture points. So if you know acupuncture, you know the effectiveness of it. And what's so wonderful about this patch is you don't have to go have needles poked into you. You don't have to be uncomfortable. You don't have to spend the money it costs to go see an acupuncturist, which I've done. And this you can take with you. This is what I love, love, love. And I'm going to share with you in a second about how I used it today and for something that happened to me this morning. But we carried around, a lot of us carried around a little patch pouch, and this is like our so-called medicine cabinet or like our patch cabinet, and you can just label them and put all the different patches that Lifewave family has. We're not going to be talking about all those. There's lots of great ones, but I just wanted to mention how this is always traveling with me in my purse, and then I have it right here in the house. I'll just, digress for a minute and tell you my story. I woke up this morning not feeling well. I had like all over body aches and pains, and usually I can take a hot shower or a hot bath. Excuse me. I get in a hot bath, and I do a lot of my detox products in there, the salts and Epsom salts and all kinds of goodies in there. And I felt okay until I got out. And about a few minutes after getting out, the pain came back. And so I felt good enough to go into my little patch cabinet in my closet and pull out a protocol that's called the whole body pain protocol. So within 10 minutes, I'm not kidding you, all of my pain abated. And so it's patches I have all over me. And unfortunately, I can't show you, but it was specific targeted points for moving the stuck energy and helping getting my cells waking up to do the work that they need to do to start helping me heal. And so I've been okay. I'm a little scattered at the moment, but I definitely have been able to be here with you today, thankfully for this LifeWaves patches. I want to also mention that we wear this patch 12 hours on, 12 hours off, and it is non-transdermal, so means nothing goes into your body. So that's the beauty of this product. It is safe and harmless, and most people do perfectly fine with it and don't have any side effects or anything of that sort. But it's, there's occasionally some that might get a rash in an area, but we do express that it is something you just need to move it to a new location and or you're detoxing. And that's at the point of where the placement. It's also based on a type of phototherapy called photomodulation. I won't dive deep into the details about it. You can go listen to the X39 product reviews, like I said. But in a nutshell, it's basically like how the sun, when it touches and warms our skin and helps our body to naturally activate the hormone vitamin D. So kind of the same concept of that's photobiomodulation when our body's made of light and energy, and the patch is basically with a little proprietary ingredient, so to speak, in this little web-like structure in the center of the patch. And I have one on here. You can see that here's the disc that has the proprietary material and then the plastic adhesive that goes around the hand, that it is basically a messenger. And I love, love, love the fact that it's just this great little messenger that is safe and effective and does so much for our body. Everything from some of these other patches that we have in the family, energy enhancing. There's sleep support, and my favorite, which is kind of craving and hormonal control and balancing, which is so important today with most midlife women that I work with. Alrighty, so on to the last bit of information I just wanted to share was this discussion I'm going to be having today with Carole. Did I introduce Carole yet? I think I was supposed to say something about that. Our guest today is Carole Limon. Did I say again? There's my head. I apologize, but Carole's going to be coming on with me just a second. And what I wanted to mention was that today's discussion that we'll be having is for information purposes only and not intended to treat, cure, or prevent any sort of disease. So if you are new to LifeWave and you're seeing this video for the first time, that you want to please consult your doctor if under any medical supervision, or to make sure that this and research the product and know and talk to your doctor about if X39 is right for you, because it is our signature patch. It's what we have everybody start on. And Carole's going to talk about that. Was the only patch she started with and saw amazing results right away. I wasn't as fortunate. It took a little longer for me because I had an inside job. I had a lot of work that needed to happen beforehand. So again, this is safe and non-transdermal for most. It's safe for most people, but you always want to check and just make sure before you try anything new. All right, Carole, why don't you go ahead and bring yourself up and we'll start. Hi there, Carole. Nice to see you.
Hi.
Well, it's so nice to have you, and I appreciate you doing this kind of last minute because our other speaker I was supposed to have, she had to reschedule with me. So thank you for being here.
You're
And
welcome.
yeah, and why don't we start with, a little bit about how long you've been with Lifewave, which I know isn't long, and then how did you hear about it? I know you got a little backstory there about, you heard about it a long time ago, but only started recently.
Yes, I actually have been with Lifewave 8 months. And I, when I first, okay, it's been 8 months since I've been with Lifewave Direct, but I was introduced to Lifewave about 3 years ago. But at that time, I thought patches were only for pain,
Mm.
and I don't have pain. So I was kind of closed-minded to it. So I didn't move forward at all with it. So I just again, just recently I have so many friends that have pain that I just wanted to deep dive into it now and be able to share with people because I'm blessed. I still don't have pain, but everybody I know has pain.
Oh,
So,
yes, you are so fortunate, honey. You're
yes.
really, that is the number one issue that I find with people is pain and sleep issues.
Yes.
Good for you. Well, that means you've got a healthy constitution. And that's why we can see that the X39 works so well for you so quickly. So
Yeah.
what else has X39 done for you? I mean, do you have any other testimonials on how you feel?
Yes, with X39, the things I've noticed, the benefits I got from it were um my hair
Okay.
just really, really grows fast and thicker. My nails, my sleep is wonderful. I thought I had good sleep, but I really have good sleep now. And I have a lot of energy, and I do strength training. And I've noticed since using the X39, I have a lot of stamina. My performance is a lot better, and recovery is out of this world. I cannot believe how I could go to the gym, and the following day, if they would have let me go 3 or 4 days in a row, they don't like it. At this particular place, we go one day, off one day, and then back on the following day. So I go twice a week, but no pain whatsoever. And I noticed when I was doing the strength training before I started using the patches, I'd go do strength training, I'd be dead the following day. And then once I started using the X39, you know what? I happened to be going somewhere one day and I thought, oh my God, I don't have pain. These patches really work. So that X39 is just amazing, totally amazing. And I've seen, I didn't even know really how much it had done to me. Nikki, who is both of our team leader, she I was at her home and she asked me, Carole, have you seen how you look? And I'm like, no, Nikki. And then she said, I was in your Facebook page. I went back and I saw a picture that you had posted. And I she took a picture of me that day at her house, and we put the pictures together to see the difference. And then I came home, took a picture of myself, and I reposted that picture on Facebook so that people could see exactly what this X39 has done for me. And like you started out and you said, because I don't have any issues with pain or any other discomforts in my body, it probably went right to collagen, maybe.
Yes.
Because my when once right here, my whole chest area was real
Crepey.
wrinkly.
Crepey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crepey. Is that what you call it? Crepey. It was very
Yes.
crepey. And then when I saw the picture after using the X39, I was amazed
Well,
because
one
I
of
didn't
my,
notice
you
that.
didn't even, yeah, Nikki said that. And I will tell you that most people don't take pictures before. I don't either. I had a little tag, it almost looked like a wart right here on my chest. It was very, very visible. And I
Uh-huh.
started using one of our other patches that are for skin, the Alavita. And it got a little gnarly, like it started getting a little weird. And I thought, uh-oh, I better take it off. And what it was doing was activating healing. And so then it got a little scabby, then it got a little red. And so I was kind of watching it. I left it alone for a couple of days and then it started healing. And so then I put another patch on again, a couple of nights I sleep with it. And now it's almost gone. So we have to also remember sometimes these patches, you can use X39 on things like that as well. But I happen to use the skin patch. And you just see all of these amazing results if you give it time. And some people, either have more pain or they experience things that aren't necessarily favorable when they first use it. And we always tell people you're detoxing, so you got to drink a lot of water. You've got to stay hydrated. And when you aren't hydrated, you can get headaches and feel lousy because it's called a Hertzheimer reaction. When you detox too quickly, you feel like you've got the flu. I don't know if you've ever experienced that before, but that just FYI, if you're doing any sort of detoxing and anybody listening, that's why you have to go low and slow. And so you've got to drink that water and you've got to stay hydrated. And so a lot of times people were maybe the pain is worse before it gets better. You know, you've heard that when you're healing
Mm-hmm.
because this patch is really an inside job. And I didn't talk about, I'll just touch on really quickly here that the patch is actually supporting your stem cells because they go dormant after the age of 35, or we don't make as many after the age of 35 by the time we're 60, which I'm 60, and they go dormant. And so the X39 is actually activating a copper peptide. So the copper peptide is what is then turning around and supporting your stem cells. So we're not a stem cell supporting, this isn't a patch like you're going to get in stem cell injections, but it's helping support your cellular level at another dimension naturally.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quite exciting. Okay, thank you for that. That's great. So why don't I bring up, let me see if I had something else I was going to ask you about that. Oh, before I bring the picture up, why don't you tell me about how you heard about this years ago and then you found out how great it works and like me, we're like kicking ourselves that we waited.
Exactly. Oh, Susan. And like I said, I thought that it was for pain. So since I didn't have pain, I didn't pursue anything with it.
Yeah.
But like I said, fast forward now 3 years later, everybody I know has pain. So I thought back and I said, I remember Lifewave. They mentioned about a
Okay.
patch, and all my friends now have pain. I want to know more about it now. Now I want to help people. I want to share with people that this type of technology is available for people that don't know about it. So I reached back out to Nikki and Larry, and we got together. Nikki actually happened to come over to patch a friend of mine who was having pain. She patched her, and when I saw how the pain reduced so quickly on her, and on my son also, I was sold then. I was like, this has to be told to everybody. I need to share. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And that's how it went from there. And then I found out about the X39. So it was a double bonus because I just wanted to find out about LifeWave to share it with everybody, not knowing about X39.
Well,
And
and
then,
also the safety of it. That was the other thing.
yes,
When we talk
yes,
about pain, like what would have happened this morning when I had all this pain, the past me prior to 4 years ago would run and get ibuprofen or some anti-inflammatory, which Rex is why I got into my health disaster in 40 at age 47 was because I was using over the counter pain medications, which wrecked my gut and my brain. So I was a mess because I was eating Advil like candy because of perimenopausal issues. So I don't go reach for that anymore. So think about the beauty of not using
yes,
those medications harmful to our bodies. So that's great that, you saw it, what you witnessed it on your son, you've witnessed it with other clients. And that's what is so incredible is I'd probably say 90% of the people that I've started with have had that I get started is a pain point. And it's
mm-hmm,
probably the easiest and quickest to see results from. And X39, Carol, also works beautiful. And I'm sure you know this for pain as well, but not
yes.
for everybody. So in the beginning, most of us start with X39. We use it for everything, including pain. And so there's lots of people that have good results. And then there's the hardcore pain sufferers like myself and others that have had decades of injuries and decades of issues. We use some of the other patches for pain.
Yes.
Okay, so let me go ahead and I'll share your picture and then we'll move on to the next slide. Well, I don't have any other slides. This is the only thing. So here is Carole in May of 2024, and you can see where her neck is that crepey, crepey wrinkles that we all get, and you see it with a lot of women once they hit their 50s, and how on the right in August, I mean, in a few short months, her neck was like most people would look at this and say that this was photoshopped and or obviously she had surgery. And then you can see around Carole's face the whole softening of the wrinkles on her face. And what I find, I still have a lot of wrinkles on my face, but they're softened. And I
Uh-huh.
get a lot of comments about I'm vibrant looking. The skin just looks really healthy. So this was amazing to see this. And you wouldn't have known that had Nikki not
Mm-mm,
snapped a picture of you.
at all.
That's
I
the thing
would have
we
not
forget.
even thought,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have even thought of it. And then when she said, "Have you seen yourself?" And
Yeah,
I
that's
was like,
amazing.
"Oh my God, no." And
And
I
that
said, "I'm posting this picture. I got to share with people." And I got a lot of response. A lot of people are, "What is that?
yeah,
What is that you're doing?"
it's pretty impressive to see.
Yeah.
And I think that I'm sorry that I don't do more with my clients and I don't do more with myself for taking photos. But there's lots of great testimonials. We have slews of them. Our teaminmotion.com website has lots of great photos. Nikki's on there with a terrible accident she had. Her partner, Larry, same thing. There's so many people right now that are actually posting things. So we have lots of always really good information that people can see and seeing the before and afters. Okay, so then why don't we just go ahead and talk about how, you were a little bit about what the work you were doing before and how you've jumped in full gangbusters on using this business for both health and wealth and how you fast tracked to becoming a manager, because that's a
Okay.
big one.
I was a real estate agent for 19 years. And this past year, I decided that I'm done with real estate. I've shared with a lot of people. I've done a lot of transactions. I was done now because my mind and my heart is totally with Lifewave. I just want to share with everybody. So recently, 2 months ago, I went onto Facebook and I told everybody that I was done. I was getting out of real estate. People were shocked. They were more like, "What are you going to do?" And I said, "I found something. I have to share it. I've got to share it with everybody. I'm so passionate about people finding out about this." So I ended up just totally got done with real estate, went full force into LifeWave. And I have been doing what I enjoy doing is okay, I do a lot of social media,
Mhm.
but I enjoy doing patching parties. I invite friends over. Everybody has pain. And people that have seen me with the X39, a lot of them want to know what that is, what it's all about. And I tell them there's a number of benefits. If you're free on this day, would love for you to come by, check it out. So I make up an invitation. I send it out through a text through all my friends. And the ones that can make it come, the ones that can't, they don't come. But I did one, I think it was about a few months ago. I did one here at my home.
Uh-huh.
I had 7 or 8 guests. 5 of the women that came um, all had pain. So Nikki, my team leader, was here. She explained what LifeWave was all about. She did an actual patching for the people that wanted to have and feel what it felt like. And when they got the patches placed on them, which were the X39 and Aeon. She did it both with those on the X39 on the back of their neck, the Aeon or Eon, however it's pronounced.
Eon. Yeah.
Eon. That she would just apply it wherever their pain was.
Ah,
No joke. All the people that got patched, Nikki has like a 100%
success
ratio when
rate.
she does stuff. She patched everybody. They all had pain reduced. They could not believe it. Some had a lot of knee pain and a lot of
That's what I was
shoulder
asking.
pain.
Where was the primary pain for a lot of
Okay.
people?
My
Joints, shoulders.
hairdresser, my hairdresser was here. So she did a great testimonial, third party testimonial about my hair. So
Okay, okay, yeah.
a lot of my patch, a lot of people bought patches because of the hair, because of what
Wow.
she said, how
Oh,
it's grown.
yeah,
But she had pain through the back of her neck from doing the hair.
yeah.
Another girl had pain here. One person had pain in her knee.
Hmm.
Uh, most everybody had pain along the top of their neck or down their
Their
arm.
arms and shoulders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in whatever type of work they did, that's where their pain was. But that day, I sold, not expecting anything. Everybody that came, there was 5 pours. that core package. For the people that don't
Uh,
know, it's a pretty good package, I just have to say,
and this
because
was
they
brand,
wanted
was this for brand partnering or preferred? What did they do? They joined as a preferred member?
they joined as brand partners.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, they joined as brand partners. Some one or two did preferred, but the others did brand because they felt what they felt on their body. They were like, I need to share this with you. I need to
Okay,
share this
great. Oh,
with I need to share this with my family, with my friends to let them know what is
and they can start
available
earning.
because nobody, yeah,
They can
nobody
start
knew.
earning right away. Yeah, that's
Yes.
amazing.
So I really, really, really enjoy the patching party because it's hands-on. You're right there face to face with,
Yeah.
as they say, belly to belly with the people. I just held and it was great. I had gone to Nikki. She had done a lot of patching parties, so I was getting used to it. And I just want to share on Sunday. I did my first own patching party that was from one of my real estate friends that she sees the passion in me that she was like, I would love to host a party on your behalf
Wow.
because I have a number of friends that have pain and I want you to share with them this remarkable technology. And she just started patching a month ago. So she's feeling results. And she had a lot of issues. She's had she is in remission with cancer. She has other areas of other issues that she has, but she's using the X39 and the Eon, and she is seeing results. So she says, we need to share this with more people. So she had a play I had a party at her place on Sunday, was a fabulous turnout. She invited 10 people and
Wow.
all 10 people showed up. I was shocked. I was
What time
shocked
of
for that.
what time of the day are you doing it? And
We
is it
did this at 2 o'clock.
on a weekday or
This
weekend?
was Sunday.
Got you. I'm sorry if you said that.
Monday was a holiday.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Monday was a holiday, but I always do when I've done them, I always do them on the weekends.
Okay.
And I've done them at about 2 o'clock in the one was on a Saturday. The first one was on a Saturday that I did here with Nikki. And then the this one I just did was on a Sunday. So I just whatever day whoever wants to host it wants to do it, I said, hey, let's do it. Weekdays I don't do.
Yeah.
I live in near LA. It's impossible to
Yeah.
get to a destination at 6 in
Plus
the
people are
afternoon.
busy and working. Well,
Yeah,
do you do any sort of libations? Do you have drinks and you have food? What do you
I
normally do?
do. Yes, I do. At this last party that I just had, I had water, water bottles, and we had light stuff, cheese and crackers, a vegetable tray, and fruit.
Okay. So some
That's
light
all that,
libation. Yeah.
yeah,
Perfect. Because when it's in
something
between
light.
that time, in between that time, people, if they're
Yes,
free and miss lunches, whatever. And then
yeah.
do you have also, now we're not talking about all the other patches, but when you're doing this and you're hosting it by yourself, you were using a variety of other patches with pain, or did you also use X39 for pain?
We used this party we just had was X39 and Eon. That's all that we
Okay.
put on the people was
Okay.
X39 and Eon.
So,
And
and you know why? Because Eon is anti-inflammatory.
yes, yes, yes,
So
yes, yes.
we have a patch that's specifically for reducing inflammation. And the interesting thing about that is when you're using the X39 and you still have pain, it's because it's getting in there and healing, and it's going to take a little while to heal an injury, but it's still inflamed. And that's why it may take a little longer. And that's why we now are buddying it up with Eon, the Eon patch,
Yes.
because then you're going to get that reduction of inflammation down quicker. Plus, what I love it, I've got Eon right here on my hand because I wasn't feeling good today. I can get a little stressed out emotionally, but I'm not feeling well. I'm not going to present well. You know, the blah, blah, we go down that rabbit hole of like, oh, oh, oh. And this helps the nervous system. So this is a really good acupuncture point.
Mhm.
And that, so it is really interesting that, the different patches do different things, but a lot of people, Carole, as you know, they do nothing but sell the X39 and have really good luck with it. And some people use the X39, depends on your health. Depends on where you are in your health journey. Because if you're really pretty healthy, like you seem to be,
Hmm.
and you may have some things you want to work on, but in general, you have a pretty good constitution, the X39 is going to work well for you. Someone like myself who's been sick since I was a baby, since I was a kid. I've had chronic issues my entire life as a kid, all the way through to my adult life, until 47, when I, realized what it was from, and it was toxic burden load. So I was not able to release toxins easily. My body was damaged or harmed when I was at the age of 2 from, we do think it was, I'm not supposed to really talk about this too much, but they really do think it was vaccine poisoning. So I was one of those canaries in the coal mine, and because nobody in my family ever got the flus and the bugs that I did. But the point being, I lived in agriculture. I lived around farmland. They sprayed for mosquitoes. I grew up in South Texas. So the body over the years was getting more and more polluted. I lived with a smoker. My mother smoked. She smoked during the womb, in her womb. So over those years,
Oh,
as I got older and started having hormonal issues, I wasn't paying attention to my sugar craving. I wasn't paying attention to all those goodies that I was eating because my mother was a baker. And we ate at home a lot, and we had a garden. So I've gotten to be pretty healthy based on the fact that I was raised on vegetables.
uh-huh.
And my dad was very restrictive on our junk food and candy, which was my nemesis. But as I got older, we just are all different. So most people, my sisters don't have the same issues that I do because they just didn't weren't affected. Different times, and they were born early.
Yes.
They're older than me. So it really does depend on that. So when people say, how come it's working for that person but not for this one? It's just our bodies are different. And sometimes can take a little longer. But the X39 is just, it has certainly been a godsend for so many people, and we all
Yes.
love wearing it every day. And from your perspective, is that what people are also starting with when you sign them up? They're getting other patches, or are they doing the X39 only?
They usually do X39 and the Eon, because as Nikki was training us, she would always say that is like the dynamic duo that
Hmm.
you want, because she was saying as our body is getting uh fixed with the X39, it tends to raise up inflammation in our body. So
Yes.
putting the Eon on reduces the inflammation, which helps the X39 go to work better
And reduces the pain and
and
helps
reduces,
with the discomfort. Yeah, that's true.
yes.
Those two in tandem work really well together. And what is really interesting, I'm just going to, I had a little cheat sheet here on the many benefits of the X39s, because we've talked about skin, we've talked about hair, we've talked about, it can be for inflammation and pain as well. But the biggest one is supporting wound healing. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what I love about it, because I've had some pretty bad injuries. My father has had some bad injuries. And when you put this patch on, I mean, it's like immediate. Within 24 hours, the bruising is reduced substantially, if not gone. I mean, I've witnessed it. And the pain, it right away. Like, if you have an acute injury, I think that's what this is probably really good for. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
we have chronic issues that last. Acute is short terms, like you just stubbed your toe and or dropped something on your foot, which is what I did. Or chronic is, something you've had for a long time, more than a couple of years. And so you have to base your patching on that. You always have to ask, how long have you had this pain? And, what does it stem from? So anyway, wound healing is really wonderful. Better sleep. A lot of people get a lot of better sleep results with this patch.
Mm-hmm.
I use other ones for sleep. It doesn't do as much for me. Mental clarity. That was a big one. A lot of people would put the patch on. I had one patch wonders. They'd wear it a day or two and they'd be like, wow, I have all this energy in my brain. I'm
Yes.
like sharp as a tack. I just all of a sudden, wing, had this clarity. Enhances sports performance. We just talked about exercise. That's what Carole was mentioning. Faster exercise recovers,
Mm-hmm.
really recovery, and improve skin appearance. And we saw that with Carol's neck. Just as I was saying, my neck seems pretty good. And I'm like, hey, maybe I've been on it for 4 years, never really got bad. I didn't get bad enough to
Yes.
heal. My face is just, a lot softer. And like I said, I'm noticing some of the wrinkles not to be as they don't bother me. Oh, I've had some red patches under my eyes, could not get rid of them, and they're gone. So little weird things that you
Yes.
can notice. Oh, my hair, gray hairs were like, and I'm blind. But I was going to my hairdresser and saying, can you do something about this? And she said, the only thing we can do is dye it. And I said, I don't color my hair. She put some henna product in. It wasn't working. Well, lo and behold, probably 2 years ago, I didn't have to start doing that anymore. It's down. It's just,
Wow.
it's more softer.
Yeah.
People, their hair they've gone gray, their hair color comes back, lots of amazing things. So we have age, oh, we didn't even talk about age reversal. So every time you wear this patch, you're gaining a
Mhm.
day on the other end of your life. So I tell my husband when he doesn't wear this patch, y'all have heard me say this before, that he's going to be married to a much younger woman if he doesn't hurry up and catch up with me. And then I have a 27-year-old son who refuses to wear these patches. And I said, well, guess what? You're going to be catching up with me soon because I'm heading towards you. You're direct. So, but it's kind of funny how, men are probably the most stubborn on trying this product and using it. So if there's any men out there that is hearing this and they want to do an interview with me and talk to me about it, I'd like to know your secret that we can share with men out there to not be so skeptical. And it's interesting because
Yes.
Schmidt, our founder, is an amazing, brilliant technology wizard, and he's a man. And he does this for age reversal. He's got vanity. He said, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to age."
Yes.
And
And
he
he looks great.
looking good, doing great,
Yeah.
motivated, and coming lots of great things down the pipeline. Let's see, scar remodeling. People have had scars that all of a sudden just heal.
Hmm.
And I'll just tell my story really quick. It's not really my story, but the woman who introduced me to the patches had a injury since she was a kid on her ankle. And she said for the first time that it's healing. It was like this red, blue kind of injury. I don't know if she broke her ankle or what, but she said she never healed it. And she was like in her 50s. And that's when she knew something was up because it healed that. And it started like fading the scar and it started
Wow.
healing. And she didn't have pain. She just said it was ugly. So that's another one that is, scar remodeling and helping. And then obviously it's backed by science and clinical trials. It's a patented stem cell phototherapy. So David Schmidt has over 130 patents on this product. It stimulates nerves and points on the skin, which is really good. So it's helping with those acupuncture points.
Hmm.
You're wearing them. It's put for their acupuncture points, which is moving stuck energy. And then it's just an overall balance for better health. And what we love is no chemicals, no products, no drugs, nothing. That's
That's
what
the best part.
it is. And so we're really looking at right now, we've got Robert F. Kennedy. I don't know where you are on it doesn't really matter what your political aisle is and how you voted, but he really is passionate about talking about our environmental toxins and our
Hmm.
food toxins. And so we do have to realize that we are being polluted every day. Our bodies and why it's so important to be well and be healthy. And Carole, I
Hmm.
know that you got my Poisons in the Pantry ebook. You want to just touch on that for a second? You just got it
Yes.
and you haven't
Uh,
had
I, I got it. I glanced through it. I can't wait to deep dive into it. For all of you that are here or online or looking at the replay, Susan wrote a book, Poisons in the Pantry. It's remarkable. And it just really opens your eyes up to what we have in our kitchen cabinets that are toxic.
how much
And
and how much.
and
It's
how
shocking.
much is right. So I can't wait, like I said, to deep dive into it. I kind of glanced around, but I really want to go in there, throw out what I don't need, and put in good stuff.
Well, and I do give a list too of my favorites. And so even if you can't find them down in your area, Carole, you can Google them online or you can find.
Okay.
But what I did with my product list was I was wanting you to go and Google, like for instance, people always ask me about alternative milks or alternative drinks to milks, and they're one of the worst. And so I tell people, look at the few products I like and look at their ingredients. It's like three ingredients: almonds, water, and salt. If it has fillers, additives, xanthan gum, it has sugar, it has oil, seed oils, don't buy it. And so that's a big one that people ask me a lot of. So I put a lot of products on there that you guys can go and Google it, look at what the ingredients are. And then when you go buy your product, you can say, oh my gosh, I didn't realize there's not three in this box of milks. There's like 10. And so
Yes.
it's more just that awareness that we're being slowly poisoned because our foods are not, they're being bastardized because they're filling them up with things so that they either taste better because they're poor quality or that they know that it's cheaper to make. So then be mindful of
Wow.
where you shop,
Yes.
because your Kmart's and your Targets and places like that they are carrying more organic stuff. But also no, organic doesn't mean healthy, guys. There's organic sugar. That's not healthy. There's organic gluten, that's not healthy. So, or wheat. And so the thing about it is really being mindful. And so thank you for mentioning that. And it's not a long book. It's less than 20 pages.
Yes.
But I'm giving you the ammunition you need to be autonomy. I want everybody to be able to go in their kitchen and go into their kitchen and refrigerators and be able to eat anything without having to worry about it. And I'm really good at telling you how to make things safe, I've got potato chips I love. I don't even know if it's on that list. I think it is. There's a Boulder company, I think it's called Boulder. It's probably made out of Colorado but they have chips, and they have potato chips, and they have avocado oil and avocado oil and olive oil. And it's just salt. And so it's potato chips, but it's only 3 ingredients. And so that's what
Wow.
you want to be looking for. I'm not about telling people to get rid of everything, because then it's no fun. You want to still ease into enjoying some of the foods you may have to be taken out, but
Hmm.
it's moderation. But you can't do moderation with these chemicals anymore. That's what I tell people. Say, oh, well, only eat that Reese's peanut butter cup once in a while. No, you don't want to eat it at all. Find alternatives, and I can give you those. And that's why, Carole, you have a free consultation coming with me since you downloaded
Yes.
the ebook. And I tell people to go through the ebook, and then we do a talk, and you tell me what it is that, you have questions and you want to just clarify.
Oh,
And
I'd love that.
it's a
Yeah,
lot of fun, and I love doing it. And I always tell people to start in the refrigerator, because that's where the foods you eat the most are.
exactly.
But I think that David Schmidt, we just had a webinar with him yesterday about our new product coming out
Hmm.
first of the year, which I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. We'll have to keep that a secret until it's time. But he was talking about it's only going to work even more effectively when you are eating well and you're
Right.
eating healthy, clean foods. And it's important to nurture your body. I like to tell people your body is your gift. It's the only thing you have control of, right?
Uh-huh.
And so to make sure that when you are working with anybody, any specialist whatsoever, pay attention to the information they're sharing with you. If they never ask you, Carole, about your food you're eating and how your bowel movements are. I mean, I know that's a little TMI right now, but if people don't, it's so important to be excreting. How often do you urinate? How often do
Yes.
number two, you have got to get those toxins out. And so many people don't. They have those issues. So anyway, okay, well, we're getting at the top of the 540 something. Normally it would have been fun to have had a few Q&A. I don't know if anybody had a question. We've got our training later, but if anybody had a question, you could unmute yourself. If you want to ask Carole anything, just a 1 minute, just one or two questions, please do. And if not, we can ask Carole if she wants to come back again and see me, and we'll talk about something else another time. Maybe you have some clients of your own that may want to come on with you on testimonials on what they're doing and how they're doing it. And then you can share these videos. And I welcome everybody to do this. You'll have my platform here, and then we will share it with you, the links, and then you can also go find it on my YouTube channel, and you can copy and paste and share it. So it's really good marketing for you too, Carole.
Mhm. Oh,
You
great.
you can
Great,
tell.
great.
Yeah, you can pull it off my YouTube channel very easily. It gives you a share option. She gives you a link to share. But if I won't get it up until probably tomorrow unless I feel like doing it tonight. But you basically have that opportunity. And I would love to talk to any of you that are listening today and interview you and share the love of this product and how it's benefited you and your community. It's exciting, isn't it?
Yes, this was exciting.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm glad that you were here, and that know that you're welcome back, and to know that we appreciate your honesty about, that we both waited too long to get started on
Yes, we
Lifewave.
did.
And so my message is don't wait, because Carole and I saw at the conference, if you were there too, I know some of you were that are here tonight, it's Lifewave is exploding. And
Yes,
there's going to be a documentary on him. So
yes.
he's going to be more well known. And then he's going to have a product out that's going to be life changing again, something new to support the patches. And so the X39 really launched him in 2020. That kind of catapulted him. Our last conference I went to in 2022 let me see, did anybody, I'm not paying attention if anybody had a question.
You know what? But can they,
Well, they
if
can
we muted
unmute
them,
themselves.
They
They
could
can,
unmute.
I think they can unmute themselves, but if not, somebody, let me just see if anybody wrote a message here. Nobody said anything. As I said, a lot of people do really enjoy just hearing us chit chat, but I just thought there was an opportunity because it'll be time. But the beauty of, I lost my train of thought. We were talking about the conference, but I do. Oh, the last conference I went to was in 2023, 23. What is this? 24, 22. Did you go to you
No,
didn't go to them. This
I
is your
wasn't
first.
in it.
Oh my gosh, of course. And Carole, you got to go to the best. There was a lot of people sitting with me and around me at the conference that this was their first conference and they had just started with Lifewave. And I said, "Oh my goodness, what an introduction." Because
Yes.
there were over 8,000 people this
Yes.
time. And when I was there 2 years ago, it was about 3,000. Last year was more like 4 to 5, and they didn't have enough room for more. This year they would have actually had more than 8, but they didn't have room. And so Nikki was saying next year it's going to be upwards of 25,000 people. She
I
mentioned,
bet. I bet it is.
and so if you don't know about the product, you need to know about it. You need to get out there as a brand partner and share, share, share. And please use my YouTube channel with all of my, you can just say, if somebody wants to know about Alavita patch and skincare and what I'm using for, miscellaneous things on my body, I do a whole talk on Alavita. So we have 11 patches and I do a patch a week. So you'll get every patch. I do a 30-minute detailed description of what the patch does. And then I weave in all of my health benefits, like how it's helping you. I give you nutrition. I'm always talking about food. So there's always food. Right? So I'm always chatting about my health stuff. So I want people to really use the YouTube channel for their benefit on our team. And I want you to share it with as many people as you can because it's the only way that we're going to get more recognition on this product and then maybe even joining our teams, your teams,
Hmm.
whatever you're on, you can use that channel to benefit yourself and really share the products. That's why I did it. I really wanted people to know about it and then obviously subscribe because then that helps more people to find it and to know
Hmm.
about it and then to know about this amazing product. And then, if you share your video, people will reach out to you. You can put it on your YouTube channel, or excuse me, if you don't have a YouTube channel, you can post it on your social media. You can
Yes.
via email. You can really leverage this for your own benefits. And that's the goal.
Thank you, Susan. I really appreciate that. This was
You're
fun.
you're welcome. And nice to see you. Thank you so much for everybody that stayed with us. We have eight still on here. And
Yes.
maybe next time, Carole, just know that I'm here and I do these Thursdays mostly when I'm in town and not traveling. And I'd always love to have you back. I hope you'll consider it. And we want to hear an update on you're probably going to be senior presidential director. You and I, that's our goal, senior presidential director by next year. So
Yes.
we're
Yes.
talking things
Yes.
together. All right, honey. Thank you so much. Have a great
Thank
evening.
you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.